Okay, so we are now live. Gonna unbox the Oculus Quest 2. You might be thinking, what are all these other stuff? Well, you probably guessed, but they're headsets. So I'm just gonna do a quick physical comparison as well once I do the unboxing as well, and of the input methods. Thought that would be a pretty cool thing to do. I was gonna get the stream open on my laptop so I can see any comments and stuff like that. Okay. Just give me a moment. We'll close the actual window down. Hey, Herman. So, welcome, Herman. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. So I'll see about that. Okay, so what we've got is the Oculus Quest 2. Going to unbox this. Came out today in the UK. It arrived earlier today, quite a bit earlier. I'm just doing the unboxing now. And so this is the 256GB version. We're going to order this. Actually, I ordered the 64GB version. And then about a week or two ago, I cancelled it. Let me close the window, and there's fireworks. It'll help a little bit, not fully, just a little bit. So I want to be careful around the camera for the simple reason it's just my phone on a tripod that's on my computer chair attached to that, so any little knock will basically make it rotate. But okay, yeah, so I was gonna get the 64GB version because I checked my original Quest. It's actually not in here, it's in here. I just want to show you the box as well. And I bought the 128 a couple of years ago when it came out, and I've used about, when I checked, it was about 65GB. It was around about that mark. But obviously you got to factor in the fact that the OS is going to take some as well, and the fact that after they formatted it and the OS reads it as gigabytes and not gigabytes. I won't really go into that now. Although I actually do want to create a separate video on the differences and why hard drives are a lower storage in terms of reported storage for, and that's a separate video. And I thought, if I start using the Quest more and some good games coming out and I do want to revisit it, is 64 is going to be pushing me. If it was 128 or 256, I would have gone with the 128. Then the Walking Dead thing, saw the file size for that, or the rumor file size, like 10 or something, like it's going to be a big file. Like, Plus, I'm going to be, hacking it and doing side loading for side quests. I'll create some separate videos on how to do that on Oculus Quest 2 on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So yeah, 64 gig just didn't seem to cut it, at least for me. I think for most people, they should just go for 64 gig. £300 in 64 gig, 256 is £400. It's still like the original one was £400 64 gig, and 128 was £500. That was still like a really good bargain. Now this for £300, and when you compare it to this, the Valve Index, and the Valve Index with these two, and the base stations, where you get two base stations if you go for the full bundle, and I'll go them up there, and that's just under £1,000. So let's say about £1,000 for that. So it's like more than triple what this costs. And yes, obviously this is better. The actual resolution, the displays are better in the Quest because it's a little newer. This is about a year old now. Like not my one. My one I got after Alex came out because I had the HTC Vive Pro for that temporarily, and I got this after Half-Life Alex came out because there were shortages due to Corona and in general. But yeah, this is about £1,000. PlayStation VR over here. What's that the way? PlayStation VR. Again, this is wired. You need a computer. Yes, the graphics look better. You're not going to get the same experience. Yes, these controllers look better than what's in here, which I'll show you. But you see the price difference. This cost me $350 when it came out. They're obviously cheaper now. They've got Gen 2, which is, it doesn't really matter too much. The only one thing that I miss that I don't have in Gen 1 is HDR pass-through. That is annoying. So I have to basically disconnect the cable, or I need to implement some sort of switch system so I can switch between HDMI cable. Those $350, but they're about £200 now. But again, you need a PS4 for that. So that's another £200-300 potentially, or a PS5 when that comes out. And then, yeah, so obviously you need games regardless. But this is easier to sideload and jailbreak. I think you know where I'm getting at. So you can play a lot of games for free, or whatever type of game you're looking for. And yeah, so let's get into it, and then I'll do the comparison between the headsets. And the Quest, the original Quest, is in here. Don't like using knives generally. I prefer just to make the plastic like this. Okay, so just show you the box. Front just shows you Quest 2, side and nothing, side and nothing. If there's a tab, I think that probably would have made it easier. I'll have got that second. There's some general warnings at the bottom and at the back. The 6 games they show in casing. You don't get these games as games that you can buy. And just next level hardware, easy setup, blah 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 blah. No PC console required, external sensors required, backwards compatible, etc. etc. Requires wireless internet access and a Facebook account. Smartphone required to run the Oculus app. Free download to set up device. Yeah, that's actually on there. I've got another phone I can turn on and set it up on that. That's not the end of the world. But yeah, the 6 games that are on there is not on there, like on the box. Star Wars, Tales from Galaxy's Edge, The Climb 2, Jurassic World Aftermath, Echo VR, Population Die, and Beat Saber. So I played this one and Echo VR. Echo VR, I think, is new to Quest. I played it on the Rift. Played The Climb 1 on the Rift and the Quest. This hasn't come out yet. Or if it is out, it'll be out today. But I haven't played the others yet. Okie dokie. And at the top, you just say what's included. So VR headset, 2 touch controllers, 2 AA batteries, and that's for the controllers, so 1 each. Power adapter, glasses, spacer, and charging cable. So yeah, so let me try this tab. Does that help? Yeah, that does help. It actually removes it quite nicely. Down here, and let's get into it. Yeah, so yeah, the box is a fair bit smaller as well than the old one. Obviously, it's a little longer, but overall, it is a fair bit smaller. The footprint, is which now again, I haven't opened it yet, but it comes with basically the same sort of stuff: a headset, a couple of controllers, and a couple of other stuff like spacers for glasses, etc., and batteries. So they are really optimizing the packaging. I'm saying it less from an environmental standpoint. That's good as well, but I'm saying it more just from storage standpoint and shipment. So this is magnetic. Is it magnetic? Nope, fully magnetic. I believe the original Oculus Rift CV1, so the first consumer-based one. A nice, interesting smell. It was magnetic. Like, I know a lot of people have moaned that, or they moaned when Facebook bought Oculus Quest and when it was sold to them. They moaned recently, not that recently, but relatively recently, when they made it mandatory that you need a Facebook account to log in. Before you could optionally have it, I would just use my Facebook account, or you could create just an Oculus account. At the end of the day, they're getting the information regardless. So for Facebook, it all goes to the same thing. Also, the other thing is like, I will say this, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. I don't really use the platform that much outside of business purposes and marketplace. I generally don't use like the wall or that sort of stuff. It's a toxic platform in terms of what it does to society. So I don't use it. But what I will say, this is what having a big company behind you gets you. Helps you streamline the packaging, get good packaging, like the Oculus Quest had great packaging, the Rift had great packaging. I'm not saying a small company can't do it, but it's a lot easier for a big one. They can get the price to something as low as $299 or 300 quid or $300. They can make the headset look nice. So there are advantages, and considering, I think another concern for some people was that Facebook has a tendency to buy a company and then just sort of shelve it and then basically just gets destroyed. They haven't done that with the Quest, at least not yet. They seem to be pursuing it a fair bit. Okay, so let's get into this. What we got? Can this be taken off? Nope. And got some instructions on how to do for the controller, how to turn the thing on, how to put the strap. Yeah, don't need that. Okay, so first of all, what's in here? There's this little flap like there. I'm trying to think what this style of packaging. Apple. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what the packaging reminds me of. That is Apple. I don't think it's like. I'm thinking, what is it? No, it's Apple. So you get a USB Type-C cable. So cool. That's fair enough. Everything going that way. Doesn't bother me. I'm fine with that. You get like a power brick. And it's compact again. That is fine. I'm not fussed about it one way or another. I'll put that back in. Hopefully there's charge on the headset. And in here you get, what do you get? It's a reference guide, not Oculus Quest 2 safety and warranty guide. Don't need to look at them. If you want, could do a separate video just reading every word in there if that's what you really want. So I'll put that back in here. Then we have two controllers. So this is the right one. And then the left controller. Oh, it's confirm the stream is all good. Yeah, it's all looking good. Okay. So yeah, we have the left and the right controller. Let me show you the old ones. The old ones, design-wise, is very similar. Go this way around. Feel the weight of it. Assuming the battery's in there. Again, this isn't a very empirical measurement. They feel very similar. The button layout is slightly different. Slightly. You've got this sort of menu button right below the analog stick on this one. And on this one, we didn't have this section here that you originally had on the Oculus touch controllers for the Oculus Rift. Not the Rift S, not that one. The OG one, which I did have. and that was like a touch button that you could place your finger on, and it would detect that. So, okay, so yeah, that's the controllers. Question is, which one feels more premium? I don't know. I want to say the original, number one. That is one thing, and obviously, you know, something has to give. Oculus Rift, I bought it for £400. That came with two base stations and two controllers, but I don't think that was the default launch price. It was like 700 or something pounds. So I bought it when it was on sale, and that felt like a nice premium headset. The Quest feels good, but you can tell the step down in terms of build quality and just the material itself. Same with the controllers, same, especially the headset. But obviously they got the price down to £400 or £500 depending on what model you went for. With this one, they got it down to £300 and £400 depending on which model you go for. And obviously, you know, sacrifices have to be made. But one thing I'm excited about with the controllers, the battery lasts longer. That was always the annoying thing. The battery, I would turn it on, and the battery, one battery that died. It was the left controller that was about to die. That was the one that died the most. It felt like. Okay, so I can just pull this tab. Pull it. I think I've got to take the thing off for this. Okay, so there's a compartment. That's another less premium thing about it. If you go to the original one, I'll use the same controller, the left one. It was magnetic, so we'll pull that off, and I'll just sort of place it near it, and you'll just lock in. But people did moan that, you know, the it was opening while I was using it. I never really had that issue. Honestly, these issues that some people have, like that, or their not this necessarily, but other controllers, their analog sticks ripping, or, you know, this happening, or like people throwing the Wii remote into the TV. You've got to be a bit careful and, you know, take care of your stuff for the most part. But again, this seemed like a common issue. This is harder to get off physically. I read that and I can, you know, feel that. But this is not a magnetic thing. Whether or not that's the reason why that the original one had that problem, they removed it, and whether or not they can fix that is a different matter. Okay, so we can remove the battery like that. So you want to get rid of this. This was a stop in the connection, so that, you know, the battery wasn't connected in there, which is good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's that control done. Let's just do this one quickly. It's Mitsubishi Electronic. Press the button because you try to think. Mitsubishi Electronic batteries. No fuss about that either way. I will put all of this stuff over here and then throw it away afterwards. There you go. Comment. Would website like VRV would work on the Quest browser? If it's a VR website and there's like a VR button, then I don't see why not. I obviously haven't tested that particular website, but I know other VR websites do. I was actually looking today. I did a tutorial series quite a while ago when it was more Google Cardboard days on. I've actually got two other VR headsets. There's the Merge VR, which is basically glorified Google Cardboard, but it is quite a bit better in terms of you can strap it on and slightly folding nothing. And then I've got a Google Cardboard up here somewhere. We might be in another box that I'll put away. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I was looking at just doing some more programming in A-Frame again, maybe a tutorial series, and just like a project for VR. Because I am getting back into VR. I've been playing VR on a daily basis now. We're doing live streams, so that helps, you know, the consistency of playing it. But just enjoying it a bit more as well. I've been enjoying it. I was enjoying it before, but especially now. Okay, so let's have a look at the headset. Okay, we've got a glasses spacer. I doubt I will need that. And this is the headset. Move lenses left to right to find clearest view. So yeah, this is another thing with the original one. What you had was a little slider that if I move it, it actually physically moves the lenses. Mine was roughly halfway, would be good for me. I think my separation is like 62mm, seems to work pretty well because the valve index has something similar, and you can move that at the bottom. And I find 62mm will work for me. The PlayStation VR does not have that feature. You can move this out to basically give you some space, but that is basically how can you play with it now? I will to be turning it on soon. So yeah, so let's remove these things. I'll put them back again in case I ever decide to sell it or put it away. I'll just put that aside. Okay, so this is nothing that I read that the strap isn't as good quality as this strap, which is a bit more solid. As you can see, it's not really flapping about. You just pull it over like so. Obviously, I haven't tested it. I can feel that it's less premium. There is an alternative that you can get for £90, and that's I think this strap, close that, is more like this one, where you can sort of lock it in like that. I'm in two minds about this sort of thing with Halo design. It's alright sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I really like the way it was on the Oculus Rift, the original one. Kind of similar to that, but I felt like a more premium. You just have to take these off here. I don't want to snap it off. So remember then just taking it off like so. Again, I would need to have another look at a quick video before I do it. Now let's put the headset on. I need a bit of adjustment. Okay, let's try that. Whether or not this is an adjustment thing, or I have noticed that the headset does go up a bit. Seems to be alright on adjustment. To separate it, you literally just physically touch the lenses like so, and then just move them in and out. So that's number one. That's number three. So I'll just skip from 2, and that's number 2. I'm going to leave it at 2. Based on the millimeter spacing, I think this was like 61 or 63 or something along those lines, and like I said 62 works well for me. A little flap here. What's that for? It's just for the top of the. No, it's just for the entirety of it. I'm going to take that off. I think that pretty nicely. And here we go, let's put this in here. So yeah, let me just take this out of the box so you can see a comparison of inside the box. That's what I was doing. This opened like that. The Rift opened very similar to the other one. So this is had this one open up, and this is a lot more practical. The new one is. So it opened like that. Yeah, let me. But yeah, they've optimized the packaging, and I bet you with the Quest 3 they'll probably optimize it again. I think this gap between the headsets in terms of time gap, which was 2 years, is a nice reasonable gap. I think it was just over 2 years. I think it was last summer this one came out. Well, it was in 2019. No, 2018. I felt like it was a nice gap. Because if it was 6 months, yes, they've got cheaper, but I would still feel like, okay, that's more money. Yeah, but 2 years? No, that's decent. If this is the only VR headset you're buying, then it's a good enough reason to upgrade. And the old one isn't obsolete. You could give it to like a sibling or parent or something along those lines. And so yeah, on the headset itself, got a USB Type-C port for charging. We have a 3.5mm jack for headphones or earphones. We got like a button there, that's the power button, and then we got the 4 cameras for the inside out tracking. The actual phone itself, in front of the eye, I feel like it feels more like the Rift phone. I feel like this would soak up a bit more sweat. Sometimes when I would play Rift after a while, especially when the weather was hot and playing something like the climb, and I actually have these weighted things that I would put on my wrist, so it would even be even harder to play it. I remember that. I feel like the foam is a bit harder on this one. Let's try this one. I feel on like 2 seconds wearing it, I feel like the foam is more comfortable on the new one. But again, the strap isn't as good quality on the new one. So that's what it looks like from the front. You just say it's Oculus, and the 4 cameras. Okay, so because I'm gonna need a phone to set it up, I've got another phone, so I'm just gonna grab hold of that. Generally speaking, I would just sync it up to this particular. I will just sync it up to this particular phone that I'm recording this on, doing the live stream on. But because of, I haven't had a look at the settings. No, don't want to mute the microphone. Okay, yeah. So because of the recording, I am gonna use this, but then I'm gonna connect it back onto that phone right there. That's my primary phone. This is an old OnePlus 5. I'm going to go on a little rant about this. This was a terrible design. You had this case, I'm pretty sure this was the official case that came with it, and it scratches the phone itself, like literally, it's just put surface level scratches all over it. I've heard other people have this, my cousin had this issue. He bought a third party one and he had the 5T. Either he bought a third party one or I did. One of us had the original, as in the one that came in the box, and one of us, well, the other one, I think it was his didn't come up with one in the box. That was just disgraceful. Okay, so I need to download Oculus software, install, skip payment, blah blah blah. Okay, so it is downloading, not downloaded. Brian said, yeah, hello Johnny, I forgot to say that, hello Johnny. I have a question, does it have a rec room? Not too sure, I'll have a quick Google for you. Where's the browser? Rec room. Oculus Quest. Yeah, it does have it. It says it was released for Microsoft Windows in 2016, PlayStation 4 in 2017, Oculus Quest in May of 2019, so about a year after launch, iOS 2019. But yeah, that's it. So if that's the reason you want to get the Quest, it works. Obviously, just confirm yourself. I'm just on the Wikipedia page and it does have it. So yeah, that's good. Continue using Facebook, blah blah blah. Let me just sign into my Facebook account. Now the question is, can I remember my password? Well, it appeared that was not the password. It does suck that you can't do it via your computer. Like, again, I'm not saying like a tethered option. Obviously, that's Oculus Link, but having that option to be able to set it up via your computer would be really useful. Yes, remember the password. Continue as Rohan. Yes, blah blah blah. You know what's gonna happen? I'm turning on. It's gonna be low battery. And enable Bluetooth. Yes. Location access. Yes. Okay. Log in with Facebook. Please confirm that you want to merge the Oculus and Facebook accounts below. Once merged, this cannot be. When done, you will need to log in with this Facebook account on all the Oculus devices. You'll still be able to choose how you appear on the video. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I was always logging in anyway with my Facebook account, so that is fine. And yes, okay, so we are. Yeah, that's a pretty terrible design. I know, I think I've got a zoom factor on, but can you see that? Here's Oculus slash Oculus, Quest slash Quest 2, and the 2 part is behind the search icon. Okay, so what you've been waiting for, actually before we do that, compare the controls to the index. So this is the index control, you put this in, tighten that, and move that way, just in case it comes off, but you shouldn't do. So that's great, so you can detect each finger, and yeah, this is definitely the best control scheme out there. The knuckles controllers are that's for the Valve Index. For the PSVR, you can either use a DualShock 4 controller, or if the game supports it, you can use a couple of PlayStation Move controllers. The Iron Man VR not only supports this, requires this, so if you don't have it, you're gonna have to go out and buy a couple. So that's another thing. This is an OG model from back in 2010. Yeah, so when it first came out, like 10 years ago, I think it was in September they came out. I remember I was at a Sony, I think Sony headquarters in London. I believe it was headquarters, I think so, one of the offices in London, doing game testing for Motorstorm Pocket. Really enjoyed that weekend doing all that testing. And there was this one level we all had to play for hours because there was this bug we had to set. It's strange, no matter how far ahead you was of the AI, once you got like just before the finish line, the AI will zoom past you. It's like if you was just a little bit ahead of them, they would get a little faster. If it was like really far in the map, they would just go crazy and go past you. That was a bug that we all discovered. But yeah, I bought these back in 2010. I've got 4 of them in total. And yeah, my mate Stephen remembers on an expedition I took him to try and find 2. Because I had 2 ordered online. Then I wanted another 2 that was hard to get. Found a Currys or PC World or Dixon's, all the same thing, that had it. It was in Leicester for uni. It was like this November, December time when I bought the next 2. And it was snowing. It was like frozen over. So we was walking really fast from where we hadn't been to. And afterwards we had Big John's and we had fish and chips from there. We had a pizza or burger from there. Yeah, I digress. But these controllers, some people don't like them. I really like them. They're more comfortable than the Wii controller. Got the Wii controller here as well. To give you a comparison. I think the more physically comfortable that the Wii controller. Okay, we've got another comment. What's it saying? I have mine, pre-order is coming tomorrow. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it because like I remember using the Quest and I remember thinking that quality of that display is so good compared to the Rift. Just in terms of the pixel count. Like I could see less. It was harder for me to see the pixels. Then now with the Valve Index, like that's even harder to see. I went back to the Quest and I was like, okay, yeah, I can see them, and especially on comparisons online. Is it meant to be even higher than the Valve Index? Obviously, graphically, it's not going to be better because this is connected to a gaming machine. It's a pretty beastly one, and yeah, trying to play Half-Life Alyx on that, or Lone Echo. I wish Lone Echo was on this. I wish really it was. What I'm going to do is create a video, not just set a video, but a set of virtual desktop. So you can use this wirelessly to play your Oculus, Rift games. That's like if that works well, then I may not always use the Valve Index headset. For stuff that really utilizes the knuckle controllers, hand down I'll use it. But for certain other stuff, I might just use this if it works well. That's if it works well. It's meant to. I haven't got the best router here, but I might have to get a new router. But yeah, these are the controls. They're a different type of control system to that. They're pretty good. They got these light bar and there's a camera which would be required for the PlayStation VR as well to detect the headset or the PlayStation controls. Okay, so yeah, I've been talking long enough. Without further ado, let's get this on and turn it on. I'll double turn it up. That's the volume rocker. Where did it go? No, it's on this side. I could just take the headset off. I want to try and get it without taking it off. Am I gonna have to? That's not it, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Literally there. And my finger will go near it, but not quite. Okay, so let's turn it on. Oh, there it is. Okay, it is now turning on. Yes, the Oculus logo definitely looks better quality. Yeah, that display looks much like it's harder to see the pixels, which is good, which is what I want. It's what we all want. Okay, so they both detected. English UK. Let's check clarity. Yeah, obviously that's just basic stuff. I don't need that to tell me that. I think it's pretty clear in general. Yep, so I will check the spacing. So I'll check option 3, I think that is. Let me center that. That don't feel as good. Let me check option 1. Ooh, option 1 is feeling pretty good. Let me try option 2. Make sure it's option 2. It didn't click twice, so it should just be option 2. Yeah, this one seemed like the best one for me. so please stay seated for setup. Well, I'm seated anyway. I won't be doing any standing VR during this live stream. I don't know, I might, probably won't. Okay, so just put in my Wi-Fi password in. So it's using the same sort of conductive sound speakers. Clear your plane area. Yeah, plane area clearly clear over here. Set a guardian boundary. Again, I'm not really going to do that now. I don't think they ever introduced it on the Quest, the original Quest, where you could have multiple guardians. I don't think they did. Again, they may have. That would have been useful for different rooms, and therefore it to detect automatically. Okay, so safety, acknowledge, blah 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 blah. That's fine. Yeah, it says being updated with the latest software. It is downloading update 1 or 2. It is at 8%. Hopefully that 8 or 9%, 10% now is of both updates and not just update 1. You can remove your headset, keep your headset charging. It will play a sound when the update is complete. Yeah, I'll whack it on charge. Just so I've got some good battery for it. Okay, got some more comments. I will check them in a second. I was thinking where the. That's not what I was thinking where the. Let's try it all that continue. It's a pretty small box. Definitely has an Apple vibe to it in terms of the packaging. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check if the old Oculus, you know, it is just USB Type-C, but it can be a bit iffy. If it is, I'll just use that old cable. Keep this one new. Can Oculus Quest cable be used for charging? I don't see why not, but in case there's some, you know, maybe it's better potentially with the second one faster or something like that. If not, if there's no difference, then don't care. Keep going on about Oculus Link. To keep your Oculus Quest 2 or Quest in good working condition, you should only charge your headset with the charger that was included in the box. Should also avoid charging your headset while it's in use, blah blah blah. This is on the official website, but they're always going to say that to cover the back. Don't say anything. You know what? I would open it because I'm thinking about giving that headset to someone that I know to use. The feel of the cable is really nice as well compared to the old one. The old one felt good, but I think this one feels a little better. Yeah, so this white design. So what do you think of this white design versus the black design? I think it's alright. I would like the option of having a black option and have maybe other colors as well, like red limited edition, especially the controller. Because I think say a black set of controller, the red controller would go well with the white headset as well. This is more ways of for them to make money. Maybe not with the headset, but do it with the controller. With the headset, you know, it costs more to make, and you're going to get any extra sales. And they're obviously trying to keep it as cheap as possible. So I understand it from that perspective. But from the perspective of the controllers, again, you know, obviously having the one color does reduce cost, but it's less costly, that is. Let's plug this in. Let's whack this bad boy in. Let us check what the progress is. Applying update 1 or 2. Yeah, so I'll just plug this in for a bit. So I'll put the headset there. So good. Let me just check the comments while we wait. Okay, so yeah, I did respond to Jamroy. That's it. I have my pre-orders coming tomorrow. Oh yeah. Hi to you, gaming Meg. He or she says mine is coming in 2 or 3 days. Oh yeah. And Matthew one says I think mine is about to be here. I pre-ordered it on day 1. Ooh. So yes, I'm guessing you're even in the US or something. It's just about to be there. In the UK, it's past 8 p.m. now. It's a little different. Yeah, let me know what you think of this style of video so far. One, the live stream. So there is that aspect of it. The other thing that I'm, you know, not just quickly doing the unboxing, because I think that's the thing. If I was doing, let's say, a recording, I would just quickly do it, get it over and done with. But because this is more of like a discussion, then doing the comparison as well. Let me know what you think. I do enjoy this. I would like to do more stuff like this. Certain stuff doesn't really suit live stream. Like when I'm going to show you how to set up Windows, Mac, and what's it, Linux for side quests. I'm going to show you virtual desktop, probably Pavlov as well, because that's a very popular game. You know, stuff like that. Just doing a 5 to 15 minute video, like 10 minute or so video, however long it takes for me. I blab on a bit, as you can tell, and then just editing that and uploading it. My editing is always very basic, like remove background noise, trim the start and the end, and put a low fade. Like it's like a couple of clicks. Sound came on, so that means we are ready. Yeah, stream health is good. Also good. Yeah, let me know what you think of this style of video. If you would like to see more stuff like this. Like I said, depends on what it is. I'm gonna do with the PS5 out of the year I am. That's my I got an email saying it's been confirmed to get mine on launch. You never know, might not. But it's been confirmed to get it on launch. My Xbox Series X has not been. I ordered it on day 1. Didn't order PS5 on day 1, couldn't get it like a few days later. So hoping to get Series X on launch as well. That's on the 10th in this country in November. The PS5 is on the 19th of November as well, so just 9 days later. I think it's the 13th or the 12th in the US. So I'll be doing like a similar style like this, unboxing it, going over it. I'll be showing you the setup on that, because whereas with the Quest it's a little difficult to show the setup of it. So with the, what's it called? With the PS5, like a console, I could like do this, rotate the screen, rotate the camera around, and you can see the, you know, the TV. Let me take these off. I definitely want these off. Okay. Okay, here we go. Put this in here. I can't get it from my hand. I got one off and both off. Okay, so just bear with me. Before, because it made the sound, so that means it's ready. I hope so, unless it's teasing me. Before I check that out, I am going to pop to the toilet because I've been needing the piss. You might be thinking I'm taking the piss with the pace of the video, but again, this is the way I like to do it, so hopefully you do like it. I'll be back in a second, and then we'll turn the headset on. Well, it's already on, but we'll, continue with it. Just checking the battery level. Yeah, good battery. I am back. Gonna get my bottle of water. I've got to shimmy around the chair. Bottle of water has been obtained. Yeah. No new comments. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get this on. Don't forget any games are going to be installed. Can't do much, but we'll see. So yeah, like when I put it on, it sort of tilts like that. If I do it like that, then it is better. But okay, so I just need to pair my headset up. Okay. With the phone. There's a code on there as well for me to pair. I can remember the code. Pair new headset. Quest 2. Looking for the headset. Pairing your Quest 2. It's automatically got the code. I guess this is more of a backup. Headset update complete. Click update complete. Put on your headset to finish device setup. Okie dokie. Yeah, who was ever asking for Rec Room? Who was it? Yeah, Byron? Byron? Wherever you pronounce that spelling of Byron. Right here. Oh yeah. And it's free. I think I tried it back in the day. I feel like I have. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I have. Okay, so let me create guardian boundary. I don't want to do that because I want to do CT down. Switch to stationary boundary. Yeah. Well, I can do the guardian another time. Yes, I need to put this on. I know. this strap became like a major thing because of the Wii. Because the Wii never came with the strap initially, or did it? I know it didn't come with that sort of foam padded case, and the newer ones came with it. The older ones you could request it, and they would just send it you for free. Nah, I feel like it did come with the strap initially. I feel like it did. I feel like they figured out that much that it was probably gonna fling off people's hands, and what they were like, it was stuck in TVs, in walls, it was hitting people. Because I know you can't, like, you can actually see with that. Like with this, I can't even see, and even then, if you have your wits about you, you should be okay. Okay, so we're in, sort of sitting on the ground. Left control and right control is at 100%. Headset is at 52%. Let's go into settings. Let's see what we've got in settings. Okay. So some quick action. If you go to device, there's do not disturb, mute microphone, etc. etc. Notifications. Yeah, that's fine. There is power, automatically wake. Yeah, that's fine. Hand tracking. I'm gonna put on hand tracking. So yeah, let's try hand tracking. Oh, I've done that with the old one. Yeah, hand tracking in there working. Same thing, if the hand gets too close, then it does. Yeah, let's continue back to the settings. The Guardian setup. I think you can have multiple Guardians in here. Storage, yeah. So I've got 227 gigabyte free out of 231. So basically it's 231 maximum. But there is obviously the OS, and there's three other things installed. There's first step for Oculus 2, to that, which is 797.38 megabytes. It's installed on the 13th of October. Nothing that was released, I'd say. Yes, that'll probably be released. There's Oculus TV, which says 14th of May 2020. Oculus TV, no, unless it's the last update. And there's Quill Feature, which is 28th of February 2020. So I doubt it was installed back then. Actually, first step may have been downloaded. So the virtual environment. So I can choose the environment. I'm in sort of like a tropical environment at the moment. I can do classical home. I want that one, so I'll download that one as well. I'll download Cyber City. I'll download Ryokan Retreat, Quest Dome, Desert Terrace, Space Station, and Winter Lodge. So I'm downloading all of them basically. So actually, Desert Terrace is what's already on there. Let's try Bubbles. Nah, I'm not a big fan of that. Classic Home. That's pretty nice. Let's go to Desert Terrace, what it was on initially. This is a new one that I haven't used before. Okay, there's some experimental features. 90 Hz refresh rate. Increase your display refresh rate. Went off. Increase your display refresh rate to 90 Hz when in your virtual home environment, including Apple Oculus Present and TV. Turning on this feature may affect the visual quality of guiding password. But yeah, okay, I'm going to go on to higher refresh rate, so I need to restart the headset. So yeah, I'm doing the higher refresh rate. That's one of the benefits of the new One, it has 90 hertz. The older one, I'm pretty sure only had, no, was it 60 or was it the 80? Virtual Desktop actually supports, because you can do Oculus Link with it wirelessly, 90 hertz, whereas the Oculus Link cable doesn't support it. Your comments though is hi. No, when did he arrive? He arrived quite early, like 11 or 12 or something. Just been doing a few other stuff. I wanted to get a few other things out of the way before I did this, because I knew it wasn't going to be a quick thing. It's like a little treat after I've got a few other things done that I needed to get done. Look at the headset. It's already. It was starting to hurt my forehead a bit, like being uncomfortable. I've had that with other headsets as well. I think you can get a more comfortable, thing. Put back in. So I might do like the strap. I might get that premium strap. I may not. I will see. Because again, it's not cheap. If you're the tenner, it'll be alright. It's like 90 quid. I'm going to use these, it's just easy to use. Okay, so experiment features. It's around the 90 Hz refresh rate. Yeah, that feels a lot better. You can do Bluetooth pairing, keyboard or gamepad, beta releases, path-through shortcut. Yeah, so the path-through shortcut is. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll leave that. We can develop a USB connection dialog. Yeah, about. Okay, so I want to go to the library and use Hands in Viano, virtual desktop that is not installed, the client is not installed. Let me see if I can download Oculus First Contact. That is one of my favorite experiences that I always like using. That's my go-to one. Robo Recall, a few other things as well. And the rest I'll do via side quest, if you know what I mean. Let's check the store out. Arizona Sunshine is on here. I don't think it used to be on here. I knew it was coming out. I want to say it's relatively new, or maybe new for this. I had it on the. Didn't have. I tried it on the Rift. Okay, yeah. So The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. So how big is this? What is everyone thinking in terms of size? 7.9 gig. So 8 gigabyte would be gone on this game. I will be playing that. So yeah, the Jurassic World Aftermath is not out yet. It is coming soon. Doesn't say when, I don't think. No, it does not. I will add that to my wish list. What else is coming out soon? The Star Shaman. It's getting pretty warm here with that. There's like, like an Android device in there. Star Shaman, I'm not too sure if I would want to play this, but saying that, there's loads of games that I think a lot of people would agree with this once they play them on VR that if you just heard or saw the trailer for or read about it, you'd be like, I'm gonna play that. It's like Lone Echo. I think what is one of those games where you would think just navigating a space station, just doing a few basic routine missions, like admin stuff. Why is that fun? Like it is so fun. Population One. It's like a multiplayer, sort of like a PUBG Fortnite style game. I think that will become popular. I'm not into that sort of game, but those sort of games. There's the Climb 2, there's the Blair Witch game. I will stay away from that. First contact is almost complete. New releases. What's in the new releases? So The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Res Infinite. I'm not reading all of them, there's a few of them. First Step for Quest 2, Miss Shuttle Commander, Cubism, Hollow Point, Echo VR. What's online? I'm not fussed about the Gravity Lab. I'm pretty sure this looks pretty darn cool. Yeah, I might have to check Gravity Lab out. Okay, so what else can I download? Set to download. Decline, maybe. Virtual desktop, I will set virtual desktop to download. A Vague Immortal, yeah, I might set to download. I'll set Super Hot VR to download. I'm pretty sure there's been an update to that. Robo Recall, yes, I enjoyed that game. Another download Netflix, never really used it, but I'll try it. Angry Bird, I quite like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to stand up and play this now. Room is limited, but we will make do. We will make do indeed. Let me put this over here, because sometimes when I'm in VR, if it's on a loading screen, then it's taking a little bit of time. So I'd sit on my bed at the edge. As long as I know it's clear for the most part, it's fine. Okay, I'll put all this stuff away after. Okay, so yeah, that should be all good. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to stand over here and plate. Put the phone over here. Have a drink of water. And here we go. I will. One second, I'm going to check the comments. When did he arrive? When did he order it? I ordered it like a few weeks, like a couple of 2-3 months ago, I think. Not whenever the announcement was. I can't remember when that was. Ordered it on the 7th, dude, and said, "Hey, dude, when did you order?" Yeah, about whenever the launch was. A month or 2 ago. I think 2 might have been pushing it, the number. And yeah, I'm just scrolled up so I can actually see what you guys are going to see, just to make sure fully in view. So you're barely going to see the headset. I'm barely going to see it. Okay, so if I had the headset on like so, 1 second. Yeah, it should be good enough. Okay. Might adjust it a bit. Okay, so we're going to do room scale boundary now. It's a room scale boundary. The guarding system works so well. Make sure that's all at the bottom, yes. Okay, so let's go draw the play area. I'm actually going to draw it to past the chair, because that's usually where I would have it. A bunch of stuff that just popped up from the ground. Yeah, it's detecting that there's things there. Let's redraw it. That's pretty cool. So it's detecting, it's pulling up some, I think, vertex normals. Well, there's only the one saying it's basically detecting something there. It's my keyboard. Continue, confirm, and if I go out, I can see, or I can just double tap. I'll probably better if I just do it like this. Yeah, there's a double tap. Okay, so let's play. That's the bird. Yeah, let's play first steps. Usually play Oculus as your first contact. Let's try first steps for the Quest 2. Oh yeah, like the first time I tried wirelessly, it was liberating. I think I had was it the TP-Link adapter or TP-Cast adapter for Oculus Rift, so that made that wireless. It worked pretty well. Like when it worked great. Like sometimes there was some connection issues, and that was like the cost of the headset was like $350. It was expensive. Like I remember when I went wireless, I was like, whoa. Like, being able to just do this, and with the wire, that sort of helped orient you, so you knew roughly which way you were facing as a result of the wire. Sometimes I would take it off from the headset off and be like, I wasn't expecting to be there, but more likely, yeah, like the quality of the display is so much higher than the Quest. The biggest limitation is the actual processing in here. Yeah, I know. Come on, let's go. Oh yeah. I wonder if I can use just my hands. Can I not? I was either going to say the sort of tutorial setup video can't even use my hands. Maybe I can in a bit. And just initially need to do this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, the limitation isn't the actual display at the moment, is the actual processing, the process, the graphics chip, like the actual hardware in the headset. It's just a glorified mobile hardware. This does have a specialized CPU for VR headsets. The Quest 1 was basically just like, I think like Samsung Galaxy S7 or S8. Not sure. I'm going to throw a paper aeroplane now. I'll throw it at you. That was terrible. Like the first row was pretty decent. Here's another one. That was a nice one. That one 5 still going, coming back. Obviously, my real paper throws aren't that good. Oh, that's about there it is. Okay, so I'm just about to have a paddle now. No, I wouldn't naturally hold the paddle like that. Keep trying to reorient it.
Looks like you're getting the hang of it. Here's a few more to try.
Ooh. I can control a blink. So far I can't really see any difference from the first touch, wherever the setup thing is called, from the original. There might be some differences, a little bit more now. Just launching a rocket. But make a fist to hit that. There's the TV there, so I don't want to go
We'll be
through.
ready to explore some VR worlds. Insert a cartridge into the console.
Yeah. This ain't as good as the first contact. Like the first contact is amazing. Like that is something else. Oh yeah. So this is the dancing one? I think it is. I think this is the dancing one indeed. You know what? I'll reorient it. It's probably best if I do it like this. There we go. Shake to dance. Hello. Thumbs up. Mr. Blobby Dude. Get down. Is that what I'm meant to do? I can't grab his hands. Oh, I'll go on then. Oh yeah. Grab a hand? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Nothing else? Spin your pawn up. I already done that. Yeah, I'll try a different one now. It's alright. Again, this was in the original one as well. Again, I think there probably are differences. I haven't played this since the launch. This is the gun one. Oh yeah. Select gun. I'll select the assault rifle first, the best gun. You high score! Yeah, I wonder if you can actually hear the speakers. Shooting myself in the head. Let's try the dual weapon, Tomb Raider style. Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm going into a squatting stance with two guns. Yeah, I'll leave this now. See if there's any more cartridges. There weren't. There was only two and an exit cartridge before. See if there's any new ones. No, that's it. Yeah, this is not as good as First Contact. Yeah, this is the bed on this side, so I can't punch on this side. I've got to make sure I don't punch on this side. Okay, so First Contact is downloaded. Super Hot VR. Is that downloaded already? My internet ain't the best, so they've already downloaded. That's pretty cool. Installed. Yes, Super Hot. Robo Recall. Only the First Contact. I love that one so much. My favorite experience. Oh yes. This is the one that I always compare stuff to. The can. Ooh, almost got it in the bin. See if I can get the cassette in the bin. Oh, hit the rim of the bin. I mean the top of the bin. I think I would have got that in. The robot got in the way. Blaming the robot, aren't I? Ooh. Sort of went in and came back out, because I know if you do get it in there, like a bunch of confetti comes out. You got the Breaking Bad style van there. Yeah, I'll give you a hand wave in a second. These don't look as bright as I remember it. But again, is it because of the time of day and it's darker out? Nah, I don't think that's the case, is it? Yes, the screen looks better. Obviously, I can tell that graphically it's not as good looking as I said the Rift on the Valve Index, because obviously that's on the computer. But damn, it's still good. Oh, that ball almost went in. Don't know why I went, ooh, that ball almost went in, instead of saying, ooh, that ball almost went in. That one almost went in. Yeah, I know. Oh, damn it, I have to grab that. Is there anything else I can grab and throw? Really, do you want to get into the bin? Just try and be careful of the TV. I've got the butterflies. Point my finger out so they can sit on it. Where are you going? Come down and sit on my finger, you dodgy bugger. There we go. One thing they don't have yet is varifocal lenses, so like the way your eyes work. So the lenses will focus depending on how near an object is. So if you bring something up really near that's got some text on it, it would focus on that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see what this looks like using Oculus Link, because again, The display looks great. I can hardly see pixels, but there's a lot of staircase artifacts, jagged edges around objects because of the hardware limitation of the headset itself. So you see, that's the thing. Like the display's so good, but yay. The display's so good, like the hardware realistically does not give it justice. That's what I have a feeling of. Yay. Do that one first, that's the worst disc. Oh, damn it. We got some sort of Tesseract box forming. Move out the way. Move out the way, Wally ripoff. Ooh, should I do gun or rocket first? I'll do rocket last. I do love the rocket one. I've got a ball again. That was the worst throw ever of any ball that anyone's ever done. And like myself included, have done some terrible throws. Oh yeah, we got a gun. I'm going gung ho with the firing now instead of being very precise. Go back to precision. Yeah, getting a lot more of the targets with the precision. And that's it. I can fire on this Wally robot and they stick to him. Now the final one, the rocket, because after this we get the golden disc. And that golden disc is basically the end. Ooh, there's a ball there. Can I get it before I touch anything in the real world? Yes. I need to get that ball in there. Don't need to borrow one in. Once it bounces, it basically just stays still. You know, along the ground it bounces, but that's it. Ooh, we got rockets. The Wally robot got scared. Let's see if I can get it out to the window. I have done that before. That failed. Yeah. I know that's the exit disc. And is it getting out? Oh, so close. I remember first playing this first console. The first thing I played in proper VR. No, question is, no, I think I had. Did I get this after my PSVR? I want to say I did. But like the first thing I played on Rift, and I was like, whoa. I would love playing. I would wake up early in the morning. Love waking up early anyway, but I would play this and before I go to bed as well. Love this. It was just so amazing. I'm gonna get this sort of matrix effect now where everything just sort of pixelates and goes away. You gotta go on. Ooh. Yeah, this display doesn't seem as bright. Again, these are LCD displays instead of OLED, so you don't get true blacks and they're not going to be as brighter. I wonder if that's the reason why. Saying that, other stuff I tried seemed bright, so it was just this. You know, unless they've updated it so it's a time of day thing. It wasn't before from what I remember. I remember it being brighter. Yeah, the colours don't look as vibrant and bright and, well, colourful, I'd say. Yeah, the game is exiting. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of other games as well, but I will take the headset off for now. sit down. Okay, so. Any more questions? I had a rift. Can't afford a new rift there, so I'm just using it until it breaks. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to do because the rift is still pretty decent. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so we're all done now. Tomorrow I will create some video. Damn, it's 5 to 9. At 9 o'clock I'm doing a live stream. Might be a few minutes late for that. For Star Wars Squadrons using the Valve Index headset. So I'm just going to jump back in VR now again for 30-40 minutes. And yeah, so I'm gonna end this stream now. I want to thank everyone for joining in, whether you stay for the entirety or just periodically, and thank for anyone that watches it afterwards. Let me know if you want more of these style live stream videos. Obviously I wouldn't be unboxing doing stuff every day, but I could, I've got a few other equipment. I could just get them out some old stuff, so maybe some old console, just have a look at that, discuss that. If you like this sort of discourse, let me know. And yeah, gonna end it now. Thanks for watching. So the Oculus Quest 2 unboxing and little setup video. Didn't really see the setup what I was seeing, but I'm gonna play some videos tomorrow so you can actually see the display itself, like what I would be seeing. I need some water though, because my stomach is like. Okay, so I'm gonna end it now. Thanks for watching, and make sure to go over to the next live stream, which will be in a few minutes, for Star Wars Squadrons VR on Valve Index using this headset and using these controllers right here for live streaming that, doing mission 11 I believe, and 12 tomorrow, 13, 14 on Thursday and Friday, and then the game is done, as I believe. That's it. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you soon. I'm going to end it now. They're rambling on.